Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So last class we studied about the data type and the type of data, how it is stored and how to print different types of data we saw. So today's class we are going to see which are the data type we have and what is the size as well as range of the data type. So coming to the topic, so here on the screen you can see my first data type is byte. So byte is a data type where its size is 1 byte. In Java, the first data type is byte we are going to talk. So byte is a data type that has a size of 1 byte. So this 1 byte of size can hold minus 128 to plus 127. So between this range, it can hold the values. So think that you have given byte A. So A can hold either 10, either 20, either 120, 126, 127. Up to 127 it can hold. After that it can't hold. So that is what range meaning is. So it might be positive 127 or negative 127 it might be. So it can hold between those number. So that is what 1 byte of memories. So next data type is short. Short is of 2 byte. So same way we have the range of 32,767 positive number to negative number minus 32,768. So same way we have integer. Integer is of 4 byte. So you can see the range here between this to this you can store any number of value you can store. So that is what 4 byte is. Then comes the long is of 8 byte. Also the first four data type whatever you are seeing, these four data type are your number data type. Like in number you have like only the whole numbers it can hold from byte to long. Okay, that is what integer values are. So from byte to long, you can store the integer value. You can't store floating value. Okay, up to long. So long is of 8 byte from minus 9 something. So many numbers are there. From negative to positive number, whatever the 10 digit or 12 digit number you have, so many number you can store inside long. Till long, you are going to store the integer data type. What are integer data type? All your whole numbers, it might be positive or negative number without fraction. So those are your integer values. Then comes the float as well as double. So float is a data type which can consist both the whole number as well as the fractional part, like 10.2 minus 200.5, the point value. So that can be held by float. Its size is 4 byte. So its range is 3.4 exponential up to the power of 38 to the positive number 3.4 exponent of plus 38 up to power. So many number it can hold. Also, the default value can you see 0.0 f. F tells it is a floating point number. Whenever you initialize the value for a floating point value, you have to suffix with f. At the end, you have to give f for floating point, and at the end, you have to give d for double so that the compiler will understand which type of data type it is. Next one is your double. Double is of 8 byte. So 1.7 up to the power 308 minus 308 to plus 38. So this many number of values it can store. So whenever you are initializing the value with double, at the end you have to give d. D means double. Then you have boolean. So boolean values. So boolean will be having one bit. One bit is like either true or false. True means it is going to store 1. False means it is going to store 0. Default value is false. Then character. Character is of 2 byte. Okay. So in character, you can store a single character like within a single quote like A, B, or special character or numbers. You can store any type of data you can store there. That becomes the character data type when you enclosed within single quotes. So this is about your data type. You need to remember the data types and the size of the data type. You don't have to remember the range, but you have to remember the size. Okay, so that is about the primitive data types. Okay, next we are going to see about the variables. Let me close this. Let's study about variables. Now you know what is a data type. The next part of your data declaration, whatever the variable declaration you are going to do. So the next part is what is a variable. So I'll just open a text file, normal text file. So now tell me what is variable. So variable is nothing but variable. The values keep on changes. Remember that varies. That is what variable is. So if I tell a definition, variable is a name given to a memory allocation. Memory allocation. Okay. So that is what a variable is. So variable is a name given to a memory allocation where you are going to store the values. Okay. To store values. Okay. So that is about variable. Next comes the type of variable. Types of variable. So what are the types of variable you have? The first one is your local variable. The second one is your static variable, or it is also called as global variable. Global variable. Then you have non-static variable. Non non-static variable. I'll just copy and paste this non-static variable. Okay. Also, it is called as instant of variable. Instance variable. Okay. This is about what is variable and types of variable. Let me just tell you, a variable is a name given to a memory allocation. So you have three types of data type. One is local variable, static variable. Static variable is also called as global variable. Then comes the non-static variable. Okay, so this is about the type of variables. Next comes how to declare a variable. So variable declaration, which is very important. So in any program you take, you are going to declare a variable. So what is declaration of variable? The process of allocating the memory is called as variable declaration. Remember this, the process of declaring or allocating memory is called as variable declaration. So what is the syntax of variable declaration? It's very simple. You are going to give a data type name, data type, you have to give a space, then you have to give a variable name. At the end, you have to give a semicolon. Okay, this is your data type and variable name declaration. So here you can see only one variable name I have given. Data type space variable name I have given. So when you have only one variable in your program, that time you can give one. What if you want to declare more than one memory allocation? That time you have to give data type space variable 1 comma variable 2 comma variable 3 up to n number of variables you can declare. At the end, you have to give a semicolon. Okay, this is about variable declaration. So let me give one example. So this is your syntax. This is your syntax. Next, I'll give you all one example. Example for the first one. So first one is your data type space variable name. You can give any data type. So in the previous session, last 10 minutes, we studied different types of data type. We have integer data type, floating values, then you have character and bool. So you use any of the data type. So I'll use int space. I'll give any name like a. So this is your first example. It might be int a, or it might be float float b, float space b, semicolon, character space ch. So any type you can give the data type name, space, and your variable name. So this is your first one. Next one is, what if you want multiple number of variable to be declared? So you have data type space variable 1 comma variable 2 comma variable 3. Same way I'll declare int a comma b comma c comma d comma e comma, like anything you can give. Put a semicolon after declaring. It might be float c comma w comma e comma anything. So any number of data type, like one single data type, and any number of variable can be declared under multiple number of declaration. Okay, so whenever you create like this, first int a, so one memory allocation will be allocated inside the memory, and it will be of 4 byte of memory. Int means it is 4 byte, right? So it will allocate 4 byte of memory, and the name of the memory will be a, and the total size will be of integer. Integer is of 4 byte. Next, float b. Float b means a memory of 8 byte will be allocated. The name of the memory allocation will be b, and the type that you are going to store is floating point value. Okay, so this is how the values are given. So next one is how to give a value for the variable declared. That is called as initialization. Variable initialization. So how to initialize, some error is there, spelling mistake. Okay, how to initialize the value. So what is initializing? Initializing is process of storing a data in a variable. Like you have int a. A is a name of the memory allocation. So what is there inside the memory allocation? Nothing is there, right? Now you have to give some value for that a memory allocation so that it is going to store it, right? That is what initializing is, the process of storing a data. So here we are process of storing the data. Okay, that is what initialization is. Let me take a same example int a. So I'll give int a. Okay, int a I'll give. Now I have to initialize the value. I'll initialize the value to 12. Now this statement will give you a memory allocation where a is integer data type. Integer data type means 4 byte of data will be allocated. Inside that 4 byte, 12 will be stored. Okay, that is how the datas are initialized. So let me come to the floating point. Float b is equal to 10.34 f semicolon. So what is this f? So b is of floating point value where you have to store a floating point number. In Java, you have to mention at the end f. For float, for double, you have to mention d. Okay. This is about variable initialization. I hope the concept is clear for you all. How to declare a variable, what is a variable, what is the type of variable. So What is variable declaration, syntax for variable declaration, example for variable declaration. So whenever you want to declare multiple variables, how to declare it, syntax, example. Then we studied what is variable initialization, how to initialize the value for the variable that is declared, right? So this is about the data type and the variable. So data type and variable together is the declaration of variable, right? So this is about it. So this video I'll end to this particular concept. I hope everyone understood what is a variable, how it is declared, initialized. Okay, so this is about it, today's video. I hope you understood this particular concept. If any doubt, make sure you're going to leave a comment in the comment section. If you feel this video is worth seeing till now, that is why I'm asking it at the end. Please make sure you're going to share it with your friends. And the first time visitors, please make sure you're going to subscribe my channel. Thank you, everyone. See you in the next video.